No. I have a machine that's keep me going. I have a machine that's keep my heartbeat going. Can you just kill me?
Well,
Of course not. So then why would we do it to the baby?
well, you were already alive.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter whether I'm alive or not. I'm currently
Well, I'm saying,
not.
I'm like, you were alive.
Right.
As in, you know.
But the baby's alive too. It doesn't matter. Before it has a heartbeat, it's still alive.
Of course, that's
If it wasn't alive, it wouldn't grow, right?
Well,
How can something grow if it's not alive?
you have a good point.
I'm listening. I'm just. Yeah, I love you, man. God bless, dude. Cheers, dude. Yeah, have a good one, man.
Like when Hitler was doing all this stuff, right? I would say those were pretty significantly worse times, right?
No, we're in worse times now.
And
Think of abortion, right? There are 1 million abortions a year.
Okay.
A year. He killed about 6 million Jews. I think collectively there's been like 50 million abortions. So I would say we're in a worse time now. I mean, that was atrocious. That was horrible. But without Jesus, like with secularism, it'll only get bad. It's going to be bad, bro. It's bad. Do you want to know the difference, though? We just choose not to look at it.
Well, I mean, those are like the, of course, there's been people over here, debating on like, whether, because like, there's different sides, just many sides to, abortion and all that, right?
We can talk about it if you want.
Well, of course, some people say that, the life, I've heard some people over here say that life begins at,
when do you think it begins?
Fertilized.
Yeah, let's
right?
talk about this. Yeah.
Some people say it's, the first breath, right, when you're born.
Right. So how would that make sense? First breath.
Well, I'm just saying that's what people say. Not that I agree with.
Okay.
That, right. Some people say, and of course, here in Texas, it's illegal after 6 weeks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So it's essentially a de facto ban.
Yeah.
On abortion, because at 6 weeks you're not going to even know.
Well, when do you think the majority of abortions happen? This is why the 6 week or the heart week bill, the heartbeat bill doesn't really work. When do you think the majority of abortions happen?
Well, I wouldn't exactly know.
About 95% within the first trimester.
Okay, so that's within...
So by the time the 6 week mark comes, bro, there's been probably the vast majority of abortions. So the heartbeat bill, although it's better than nothing, it doesn't help as much as people think it does.
Well, I would say
we need a full abolition bill.
If there's not a heartbeat, I mean, is it really an abortion?
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, I'm saying, like, for example, like,
just speak a little closer, Mike, a little closer. What if I don't have a heartbeat at the moment? What if I'm hooked up to a ventilator? Can you kill me?
Well, if you're on a ventilator, you got a heartbeat.
Okay, sorry, but let's just say I do not have a heartbeat. I need a machine.
Well, then you're dead.
No. I have a machine that's keep me going. I have a machine that's keep my heartbeat going. Can you just kill me?
Well,
of course not. So then why would we do it to the baby?
Well, you were already alive.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter whether I'm alive or not. I'm currently
I'm saying you were alive.
Right.
As in,
But the baby's alive too. It doesn't matter. Before it has a heartbeat, it's still alive.
Of course,
if it wasn't alive, it wouldn't grow, right?
Well,
how can something grow if it's not alive?
You have a good point.
No, let's just keep talking on this because it's good. I'm not coming at you, too.
You got a point. I mean, like a plant, grows, right?
Of course it's alive, bro.
Do you
want to know how you know it's alive? Because you need an abortion to kill it. Why would you need an abortion if it's not alive?
Well
there you go. Argument done.
Well, I would also say, for example, right, like, at, up to a certain point, right, it needs the mother, right, for nutrients.
It needs the mother after birth, too.
Well, it doesn't have to be that mother. It can be a different mother.
No, it does, bro. My wife's pregnant. When we give birth, if I'm going to leave that baby outside for 2 days, what's going to happen?
What I'm saying, for example, like, if your mom, right, the grandmother would take care of it, right, the baby wouldn't know.
Who says the grandmother's there?
What's up?
Who says the grandmother's
What I'm saying, if it was a different person that took care of the baby after it was born, it wouldn't matter.
But the argument is that it needs the mother's body. When it's born, it still needs the mother's body. It needs the mother's breast milk. It needs the mother's care. It needs the mother's love. It needs its affection. What if I'm in a deserted island, bro? It's only the mother. There is no grandma. There's no one.
I mean, I don't think you would die without being loved.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure. But it still needs care, bro. It needs nutrients and food. So it depends on the mother whether it's before or after the womb. I might start doing more abortion debates because I talk to them, I talk to you. I like this. I might get another sign.
What'd they say over there?
They're pro-life. I'm an abolitionist. So they basically are
Isn't
against...
the same thing?
No. Pro-life, they say abortion's murder, but they don't treat it as such. So if you were hypothetically, let's just say you're a woman and you got an abortion, okay?
Okay.
You would be prosecuted because abortion's murder. Pro-life does not prosecute women. In fact, they fight against abolitionist bills. I believe Texas, I know Oklahoma and about 15 other states were supposed to have full bans on abortion. And who spoke out against it? Pro-life organizations. Not pro-choice, pro-life.
Well, the thing is, like, I've, like, talked to them, right? Well, it's like, and, I think the Pope's at it, or Pope Leo, right? Because, of course,
who cares about the Pope? I don't follow the Pope. I'm not Catholic. Pope's just as sinful as any one of
the
us.
Leader of like all of like
Catholicism, not Christianity.
Well,
there
it's
is
kind of
actually
the same thing.
No, there is no Pope in Christianity. Can you show me where the Pope was in the first century?
Well,
Now they're going to say it was Peter, but there's no evidence of that.
Well, isn't Peter one of the disciples?
Peter's one of the disciples. Yes, he was not the Pope. They say Peter was like the Pope over the other apostles, and if that was true, then why would Paul rebuke Peter? Why would Peter in his epistles have no authority over other apostles?
Well, the thing is, like on the Pope, right? I mean, he's generally the voice of Christianity, which is, you know, it's a like.
And he's been wrong, man. You know, he says that Muslims can be saved too. That was in.
Well, there's been
that was
different
Vatican
popes.
too.
I mean, and we just got a new one this year, right?
Yeah.
Because
So it was the last Pope that said all religions are gateways to heaven. But that's beside the point. Let's go back on abortion.
Well, what I'm saying is so the Pope recently said, right? You know, if you're going to be pro-life, right?
Yeah.
Then you got to also be against the death penalty.
Yeah.
And
So I'm not pro-life. I believe in death penalty.
Well, the thing is,
Speak on the mic, man.
I'm saying, well, if you're gonna like, all right, and I'm like killing the babies, right? You know, the abortions, right? If that's ending a life, right?
Yeah.
Then why is it okay to end the life of somebody in prison?
Because one was justified and one wasn't.
So you're saying, so if you do something, if you kill somebody, right, then it's okay to kill you.
You forfeit your life to live. That's what they do today. Death penalty still exists.
Well,
the Bible's pro.
It does.
The Bible is pro death penalty too.
Who said that?
Paul in Acts 25:11, I believe he says. Paul says, if I've done anything worthy of the death penalty, I'm not going to flee. I'm not going to run. So Bible's pro death penalty. We're pro death penalty, man. If you rape somebody, you murder somebody, you forfeit your right to live. I'm not pro life. Pro life is unbiblical.
Well, so you're saying, I'm sure you know who Luigi Mangione is, right? He's the guy who shot Brian Thompson.
That's bad.
Right. The healthcare CEO, right?
Okay.
A lot of people, they like him, right? Luigi.
Okay.
And they want to try to charge him with terrorism, right, and give him the death penalty.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
pro-life speaks out against that, right?
Well, I would hope so. I'm saying if you're gonna be pro-life for you know unborn children, right?
Yeah.
Then in my opinion, you should also be pro-life.
You should. You're right. Yes, that's why pro-life is not correct. It's unbiblical. Pro-life is inconsistent.
Well, the main thing is, right, the death penalty, right, is, you know, how can you be 100% sure that person did it?
Well, you have to have proof, undeniable proof. If you don't, then you don't just kill them.
There's been many times that people have been put on death row, and they later got exonerated because they didn't do it.
Yeah, it's sad.
Right, I'm saying,
so that's wrong, though.
Why would it be okay to put people on death penalty, right, if we can't be 100% sure that they did it?
Because I'm saying you would have to be 100% certain.
But there's a lot of times that we haven't been, right? So I'm saying, unless we can be 100% certain, then we shouldn't do it.
I agree.
But we're doing it right now, even though we're not 100% undeniable.
So then that's wrong.
Right? Okay.
But mistakes will always happen, man. We don't use the exception to make the rule. What if I have undeniable proof, video footage that you did it? That's it. It's done.
Well, I'm like,
and we don't just say, well, you know, it might not have been me. No, bro, I see your face. It's you.
Well, I mean, in the United States, we have, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yes, exactly. Thank God, man.
As in saying, for example, I mean, you know.
If you really want to speak about this injustice, go to the Middle East, because you're guilty until proven innocent.
Well,
that's injustice.
That, right? Well, for example, right, you know, like OJ, right? You know, many people would say that he did do it, right? Right. But I say, you know, they said the glove didn't fit, right, and he got away with it, according to people, right? But I was saying, but he's innocent,
sure,
right?
Okay.
According to the court, right?
Let's just bring it back to abortion, because we're going to talk about this forever.
Is that right? So, but you know that wasn't like, you know, on the death penalty. Right?
Yeah, I don't know too much on that. So,
well, the thing I was saying is relevant because we're here in Texas and we do a lot of lethal injections right in Huntsville, right? It's
okay.
3 hours.
Like euthanasia?
In where?
Euthanasia? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we do the death penalty.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Right, and because we're one of the, you know, many states have abolished it in the United States.
Okay.
And many countries have.
Okay.
And what I was saying, like with the Pope, right? He was saying that if you're going to be, you know, and because, you know,
I don't follow the Pope.
Right.
I think the Pope's wrong.
What else do you disagree with the Pope says?
Yeah, I mean, bro, we could talk about this forever. I just disagree with Catholicism. I don't believe there's such thing as a Pope biblically. I don't see there being one supreme bishop over other bishops.
Well,
the Pope's not infallible.
Don't y'all read the same Bible? Don't you read?
No, we read different Bibles, and you can also interpret things differently too.
Well, there's multiple different versions of, like, you know, the normal Bible, you know, like there's the King James version, you know, there's many different
translations, but they all say the same thing. Catholics actually have a different Bible where they have, it's called the Apocrypha, deuterocanonical books. So they're books that were technically in the Old Testament that we don't follow. But even if you do follow that, it shouldn't change your means of salvation.
So you're saying the Old Testament,
their Old Testament's different than what Jesus preached. Our Old Testament, the Protestant Bible, which I'm not technically Protestant, but I'll use that, is called the Tanakh. That's what Jesus taught out of. Jesus did not teach out of the Septuagint or the Apocrypha, which is what Catholics use.
Okay.
But even if we use the Apocrypha, bro, the means of salvation is still the same thing.
So
you're born again, you repent, you believe the gospel.
If the Pope's not, right, the leader, then who's the leader of, like, you know...
Jesus.
Well, like a living leader right now.
Pastors. Elders. Pastors.
Well, the main problem I have is...
You have your own priesthood, man. You don't need a pope to tell you what to do.
I'd much rather take what the Pope has to say.
But what if he's wrong?
He could be.
Because the last Pope verbatim said that all pathways, all religions are pathways to God. That's false. That's inaccurate. Jesus says he is the only way.
In Judaism, don't they have the same God?
Yeah, well, they're wrong too. Judaism's wrong too.
Well...
And no, he was referring to Muslims, Hindus. He said all religions. It wasn't just Jews.
Well...
And in their catechism, it actually says that too. It says that Muslims adore the same God as us. No, they don't. Allah is not the same God as Yahweh. Because they deny the Son. Do you see how wrong Catholicism can be? And they're called too to submit all their will and intellect to that. So if they're wrong, that's very scary. That sounds like a cult to me.
Well, here's the thing. What I'm curious is that, you know, they're not outside right now, right? But we have like a Muslim student organization here, right?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
If I ask them, right, what religion's the right one?
Jesus.
They're going to say that you know, their religion's the right one.
What's their religion? What's their religion?
I mean, it's...
is it Christianity?
No, I mean, no.
What is it?
It's gonna... I mean, of course, you know, you know, there's Sunni Muslims, you know, Shia Muslims.
Yeah, I would say they're wrong.
Well, but they would say you're wrong.
Okay, so then we debate.
Right. But I'm saying, but I'm curious, and I tell not even just...
Well, can there only be one truth, yes or no?
Well...
Is 1 + 1 2, or is it sometimes 3?
I mean, there's not multiple truths. There's only one.
Okay, so then either they're right or I'm right.
There's not alternative facts.
So then that means either they're right or I'm right. There's only one truth. So what do? We come and we reason. And we show that Islam's anti-historical and it's false.
Well, Islam, I believe, is... right. I believe Christianity is the biggest religion in the world.
And yeah, it doesn't matter if it's big or not. It doesn't matter.
But I was saying... But the thing is, like, why is your religion more right than theirs?
Because it's pro-history. Islam's anti-historical. Islam says Jesus was not crucified. Every secular scholar says Jesus was crucified. Why am I going to believe some guy who was in a cave 600 years after Jesus' death, trust his words over secular scholars and Jews who lived with Jesus? Roman historians, Jewish historians, even the Talmud, the Jewish text, says that Jesus was killed and crucified. But I'm going to believe some guy in a cave 600 years later? It's anti-historical.
Well, yeah, because it was Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
He said he got didn't he go up to like the top of the mountain and then like
try to kill himself? Yeah, exactly.
He got like enlightened and like the words.
Well, they say that was Angel Gabriel, but it clearly wasn't because they also say that Angel Gabriel spoke to Moses in the burning bush, and who actually spoke to him? Yahweh. So it's wrong, bro. It's anti-historical. They don't even have their facts right.
I mean, of course, that's Islam, right? But I would, of course, there's other religions. There's Hinduism, right?
Yeah, I would say they're wrong too.
There's Shinto in Japan.
Yeah,
there's many different religions, right? Yeah. But I was saying, but they would all say that you're wrong.
That's fine.
You say that they're wrong.
So then we reason and we discuss.
But I was saying, the main thing is like saying, why do you feel? Because, of course, they're going to have their historical evidence to back
There's
them.
very little historical evidence for their religions. Very little. Hinduism, what historical evidence is that there's millions of gods in Hinduism?
Right, because they have, I know, Ganesh is like...
what's the history that there are millions of gods and, 8th avatar form of this? And that monkeys built a bridge. Literally, the last Hindu guys spoke to...
Why does there have to just be one god?
Huh?
Why does there have to just be
Because I'm not following a leprechaun, man. I'm not following just like a sky daddy. Trust me, bro. I want something that's concrete, that's real. We're in the year 2025 after whose birth? Jesus, not Muhammad's, not Buddha, not Krishna.
Well, I would argue, the reason we follow that is because, you got, again...
Because it happened.
Well...
Search up secular scholars, man. Did Jesus die?
The United States isn't a Christian country, officially.
It was founded on Christian values.
The many people who founded this country were Christian,
okay.
Right? And many people who run the world today...
Are not Christian, they're Jews.
Well, then what are they?
What the heck is that? That's not mine. Oh, okay. You scared me. You couldn't get my sunglasses? It's okay. This is a coffee? In the car. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry?
Well, then he said the people running the world today are not Christian. Or
no,
Jews.
They're not Christians. Definitely not. I would say they're secular, atheist, satanic, or Jewish.
Well, according to the president, he said he goes...
The president doesn't rule the world, bro.
Well,
Who runs the president, man?
He likes to think he does.
Yeah, you got to go into Freemasonry and stuff like that, and I'll tell you, they're not Christian, man.
You said Freemasons?
I know we could debate whether they run it or not, but there's pretty sufficient evidence to it.
I met some Freemasons. They seem fine to me. They seem nice people.
But what rank are they? And of course they're gonna act that way. They're not able to tell you anything. I don't want to go into this because this video might get taken down, so I'm gonna stay away from Freemasonry, but I'll just tell you guys this. Freemasonry is against Christianity, and they all believe in Lucifer. There was a guy named Albert Pike. He was the godfather of Freemasonry. He created a book called Morals and Dogma, and in that he quotes openly Lucifer. So they hate Christians, and they think atheists are stupid.
Like a demon or something?
Well, they says Lucifer, man, light bearer. However you want to interpret, that's how you want to interpret it. But I'll tell you what, man, Freemasons, they are not atheists. They think atheists are stupid. They hate Christians. And if you want to strip the rituals, be my guest. But I'm not going to speak about that here.
Well,
But even if it's Jews that run the world too, they still hate Jesus too. Regardless of who runs the world, Jews, secular, atheists, Masons, they do not like Jesus.
You know, I know somebody who went through an abortion, right? And I mean, it's not like you just walk into McDonald's to get a Big Mac.
Some people do that, bro. Some people have had multiple abortions. They just walk in, get a Big Mac, done.
Well,
that's horrible.
I mean, it's like an emotional thing, right? And it's a physical thing too, right? You know, depending on what kind of abortion, right?
And they're all bad. They're all bad under the law, guys. Whether you take a pill or you go with the DNC or DNE abortion, bad.
Well, I mean, like with the pill, I mean, it's not like there was anything.
Do you know what the pill does to the baby?
I know.
What do you think it does?
1 or 2 pills.
No, I know, but what does the first pill do? Because people don't understand this.
I believe it stops the pregnancy.
Yeah, but how does it do it?
I'm
It suffocates the baby and it starves it. I can't even imagine. It terrifies me to think. No, it does. Babies feel pain within the first trimester. And even if it didn't feel pain, let's say you're under anesthesia, right? You're getting surgery. You can't feel pain. Can I just burn you alive? Can I suffocate you? You're not feeling pain. No, of course not. It's still wrong, right?
Okay.
You see the logic? You see the logic of pro-choice? It's stupid. It's literally, it's so dumb. Doesn't matter, bro, whether you can feel pain or not. Some people are born without pain receptors.
That is true. That's
yeah, it's unfortunate. So can I just do that to them too because they don't feel pain, or this guy doesn't have a heartbeat? No, it's wrong, it's wrong.
Okay.
Good, man. This is good. It gets you thinking. Keep going. I like him. Yeah, I know I like him. We're talking about everything.
I'm thinking
Christianity cooks, man, I'm telling you. And all right, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed today. We're here again at UTSA, the home university. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. We had a ton of great conversations, and we'll finish it there. If you guys want to gift into this ministry, help it grow, it is myself, my beautiful wife, Mallory, and...
Cool secret we've been keeping from you guys, but I am actually pregnant now.
Look how big it is.
I don't have much of a belly, but almost done with the first trimester, still going out and evangelizing with David, so amen.
So yes, guys, if you want to support myself, Mallory, and the future baby on the way, all your giftings greatly help, guys, so we'll finish it there. There's always evangelism coaching too. If you guys want to work with me personally, one-on-one on apologetics, evangelism, polemics, how to better defend and share the faith while attacking other worldviews, that is linked down below too, and we'll finish it there. God bless you guys, have an amazing day, and we'll check you next video. Till then, much love, peace.